We have two special guests with us this morning from the American Cancer Society. We have Jeantete. You are the Community Relations Manager, correct?
Yes, I am.
And tell us a little bit about your role there.
Sure, I help promote Relay for Life events, making strides against breast cancer, and more importantly, our Cancer Prevention Study 3 that's going on next week.
You have a busy job.
Yes, you do.
And we have Carol Williams, and you're a very active volunteer with American Cancer Society.
I am. I have a passion for finding a cure to cancer. Two of the favorite men in my life, my grandson, who is now 12, and my dad are both cancer survivors. So
wow,
it's very
a personal thing with you.
Right here at the heart, you bet.
All right, Lewis, so there's a big study, as you mentioned, starting next week, and you need some people to participate. Fill us in on the details.
Absolutely. Cancer Prevention Study 3 is a landmark research study that the American Cancer Society is funding, and it's going to allow our researchers to understand the genetic, environmental, and behavioral factors that cause or prevent cancer and ultimately save more lives. So we need more people to enroll to help support this study.
Now, are you looking for people to enroll who are cancer-free then?
Yes. The criteria, the main two criteria are you need to be 30 to 65 years of age and never having been diagnosed with cancer. So they're actually studying those of us, and I'm one of the participants, proudly, that actually have not had cancer. And the only two things they'll ask of us is to draw a little bit of blood, measure our waistline, and then have us be part of an ongoing study. We'll fill out a questionnaire at the onset, and then every 2 years, and I participated in the last study, and it was very interesting. Every 2 years you get a questionnaire, good-sized questionnaire, it takes about 45 minutes, about your lifestyle, your environment, your genetics, and those are the factors they're studying in this one.
I would imagine the researchers are looking for a common thread among people that are more prone to cancer and people who are not. And there was some previous studies like this done. What were some of the results, Lewis?
Yeah, there was the Hammond-Horn study, CPS-1 and CPS-3, and one of the results of those studies is there was a link between smoking and lung cancer and also obesity and the occurrence of cancer or death, and also some environmental factors that can be attributed towards lung or heart disease that came out of these studies.
Oh, wow. So how long is the study in total? Like, is it just a continuous study?
It is.
Your whole life? Or I'm just curious.
It's 20 years.
20
it's
years.
approximately 20 years. Yeah, the last one I participated in. It's just finishing up. CPS-2 is just completing as we speak.
Oh, wow.
And we're enrolling people for CPS-3. So this will be an ongoing study. They'll take a lot of the things they learned from the first two studies and apply those ideas, those parts of the research to this new study and hopefully come in on what it is that's causing cancer.
That's amazing. I mean, these volunteers can say, you know, I was a part of that, and I was able to help cure cancer because I was part of that study.
That's it.
It doesn't sound like it's going to require a lot of time. There's the blood sample, the waist measurement, and then there's an interview, and is that pretty much it?
That's it.
And they track you from there.
Yes, and then it doesn't matter if you move; they'll continue to track you. Part of the reason they chose the 30 to 65-year-old range is those of us are more stationary. We're more in our jobs and in our lifestyles and stay put. So, but no, you can be a part of this ongoing, and it's just. I told Lewis early on. I said I feel like I'm peeking in the lab door. On the last study, when I would get my questionnaire, I would look and read the questions, and I would know what they were studying. I could kind of peek inside and see what. For anyone who's ever had anyone that has suffered with cancer, it's something we can do. You know how you stand there helplessly and think, what can I do? This is something we can do. So.
And I did want to participate, but I wasn't eligible. But not old enough yet.
Now, there's several enrollment locations, and we'll have that on your website and our website as well. But you're asking people to just show up at one near you and volunteer. Basically,
absolutely,
and it doesn't require any much of your time. It just has like you, Carol, just a desire to help.
Absolutely. I think they've encouraged us to go to the website and do enroll. Tell us where you're going to be so that they have enough people on site. These are going to be professional people taking our blood, not just someone off the street. These will be professionals at blood taking, so that will be taken care of. But if you can let them know before you're coming, they'll have a better count of how many of us are going to show up on the day of. So.
So the only thing we need to know is go to the website, enroll, and be there September 10th or 11th.
through the 14th.
All the way through the
actually.
14th?
Through the
Oh,
14th.
through the
Yes.
on the
Yeah.
14th.
So you
Okay.
have a time period there where people can go by.
Oh,
There's
so
several
easy.
locations around town, and there'll be one convenient where everybody lives. So
Yes.
fantastic. That's
Absolutely.
good.